Here we presents the top 5 best monitor for PS4. Starting at number 5, LG 27GL83AB 27-inch. The LG 27GL83A is essentially the sRGB color gamut version of the LG 27GL850, which is a wider DCI-P3 color gamut. Due to this, it's also cheaper. So, if the LG 27GL850 is out of your budget range, or you can't seem to catch it in stock, the LG 27GL83A might be the solution for you. The LG 27GL83A design consists of ultra-thin matte black bezels and subtle gamery red color accents. The stand is sturdy and offers decent ergonomics, including up to 110mm height adjustment, 90 degrees pivot, -5 degrees 15 degrees tilt, and 100x 100mm VESA mount compatibility. You cannot swivel the stand to the left-right, though. The LG 27GL850 supports none of the above-mentioned features. In fact, neither the LG 27GL850 nor the LG 27GL83A even quality for VESA's entry-level Displeter 400 certification. So, even though the LG 27GL850 has a wide color gamut, it still lacks certain display capabilities for a proper HDR viewing experience. All in all, the LG 27GL83A 1440p 144Hz IPS gaming monitor delivers an immersive image quality, buttery smooth performance, and plenty of features. Its HDR image quality is underwhelming, but for a really HDR display, you'd have to invest a lot more and give up some of the features the LG 27GL83A offers. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. At number 4. Samsung QN900A. The Samsung QN900A 8K 853 mini LED is huge, I tell you, huge. First and last impressions count, and that is precisely what I said to the checkout clerk after a night where size was the only thing that matters. Never mind any specs, take those as a given. The Samsung QN900A 853 8K mini LED literally fills the room. Perhaps that needs to be my first caveat. Do you want 853? Make sure you can handle 853. Pair it to the new Samsung Q950A, a huge 11.1.4 Dolby Atmos soundbar that can make lots of noise. Capable of waking the dead and sometimes scaring the bejesus out of you, especially as it has added rear side wide speakers to an already impressive Atmos soundbar. You can quickly turn on or turn off the functions, such as voice guide, picture off, audio description, caption, high contrast, enlarge, grayscale, color inversion, learn TV remote, learn menu screen, multi-output audio, sign language zoom, slow button repeat, accessibility settings and a performance front. It is not quite as good as I expected. Oh, it is good, but the so-called brightness and contrast are not much above a quality full yield. In fact, the vastly lower cost 753 Hisense 8K U80G yield easily passed all tests and supported Dolby Vision. Samsung is well behind. Halfway of my listed number 3. Samsung QN90A. The Samsung QN90A QLED is an excellent TV. It's Samsung's flagship 4K TV in their new Neo QLED lineup, which is an upgrade from their traditional QLED lineup because it uses mini LED as its backlighting. This allows the TV to get extremely bright, enough to combat glare, or bring out highlights in HDR content, and it provides more control over its full array local dimming feature. The local dimming does a great job at improving the picture quality, but you may notice there's some blooming around bright objects. It's packed with gaming features like FreeSync variable refresh rate, but there's no G-Sync compatibility. It also has HDMI 2.1 support, but some people may be disappointed that it's limited to one input. Despite having a VI panel, it has fairly wide viewing angles thanks to Samsung's ultra viewing angle technology, so it should be a good choice for fairly wide seating arrangements. The Samsung QN90A is the flagship 4K LED model in Samsung's 2021 North American lineup, and it replaces the Samsung Q90T QLED. It sits above the Samsung QN85A QLED, and below the 8K Samsung QN800A. However, in Europe, there's the Samsung QN95A above it, which features the One Connect box. We expect its main competitors to be the Sony X95J, LG QNED90, and the Vizio P-Series Quantum X 2020. The Samsung QN90A is an excellent TV for any use. Its VI panel provides an excellent native contrast ratio and great local dimming to display deep blacks. It gets bright enough to combat glare and has fantastic reflection handling if you want to use it in a well-lit room. Also, gamers should enjoy its VRR support, low input lag, and quick response time for a responsive gaming experience. For more information and price, check out the product links in description. Coming in at number 2, LG OLED 77G XPUA. By this point there's no question whether OLED-based TVs have the best picture quality available. They do. In my opinion, they're definitely worth the extra money compared to other high-end TVs. The only question that matters is, if you can afford an OLED TV, which one should you buy? LG is the OLED leader, and its 2020 CX series achieves as impressive a picture as any TV I've ever tested. Its features are cutting edge, and the price in late 2020 is pretty close to as low as it's gonna get. In other words, this is the OLED TV to buy. After reviewing the CX and a handful of other TVs this year, as well as numerous OLED and LCD TVs from years past, I can say with confidence that the CX is the best. I compared it side by side to the TCL8 series, which is the best picture quality of any non-OLED TV I've reviewed. It's a superb performer and brighter than the CX, but the OLED beat it for overall picture quality. Every OLED TV I've ever reviewed exhibits the true black levels, infinite contrast, and near-perfect off-angle performance that makes images come to life like no other TV technology you can buy. This year I haven't had the chance to review the CX main OLED competition, namely the Sony A8H, the Vizio OLED H1, or LG's own BX series. Based on my years of experience, however, and reports from other reviewers about those TVs, including Wirecutter and Ratings, if I had to recommend any OLED now, it would be the CX. I expect its improved processing to be worth the small price increase over the BX and the Vizio, and it has better next-gen gaming features than the Sony. Despite the extra brightness, however, the overall contrast and richness of the OLED's image made the LCD look relatively flat by comparison in many scenes. In the criteria at 3051, for example, there was just a bit more pop and color in the food and the flower wrappings. And despite its excellent local dimming, the TCL still betrayed some brighter spots in dark areas, for example the shadows in the back of the car at 3014. And number 1. Samsung Q60T 43-inch. The Samsung Q60T QLED occupies an important spot in Samsung's TV 2020 lineup, being the cheapest of the brand's QLED sets, and therefore, effectively, the worst-best Samsung TV has released this year. But that draw necessarily comes with drawbacks. You're getting a drop in processing power compared to last year's Q60R, with a quantum processor light chip instead of the quantum processor 4K used in most QLED models. Edge lighting too. A lighting system that illuminates the picture from the sides, rather than behind the panel, is a cheap way to light up a set's images, but means there are issues with consistency of brightness, off-axis viewing, and the strength of HDR objects. This isn't a true HDR set, then, and you're also going to have to swallow some mild motion blur in exchange for the Q60T's low price. Audio can be pretty muddy too, though an amplify sound mode for accentuating dialogue helps matters, as does ear compatibility for lossless audio pass-through to external audio hardware. If you have a soundbar or surround sound setup to plug the Q60T into, you won't have a problem with the sound. Samsung is a TV brand that tends to hit minimum bars on all metrics, and the Q60T is a good example of a set with compromises across the board, but which still meets a benchmark for acceptable watching. And for the price, that's not a bad sell. Through the single HDMI 2.1 port, though, you do get EARC for lossless audio pass-through to a soundbar or external audio setup, and the Q60T is a set that's crying out for ramped-up audio. I have included these product link in the description. You can check out this link for more information and latest price. Thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe.